Hey there, my name is Santi. In this video, I'll walk you through how you can invite new members to Asana, because the collaboration features inside of Asana are definitely the main reason to even use Asana in the first place. So that's what I'll show you right now. In case you're brand new to Asana, this is part of a video series that you can find in the description. There's a YouTube playlist of all these videos in order, so you can check that out. And in case you do want to save a lot of time and you would like to work with me to help you set up your ideal Asana workflow, then you can also check that out in the top link in the description. But with that said, today, like I said, we're going to be covering the collaboration features inside of Asana. And one of the main things that I love about Asana is that you can keep all your communication inside of Asana itself. For instance, in my case with my team, we no longer use email or Slack or any chat apps. We just communicate everything inside of the relevant task inside of Asana so that we can move on projects in a really nice organized way. And that way, all the communication is very action based. So let me share my screen with you to show you how all of this works. I'm gonna invite another member of my team to this workspace so that we can start collaborating. So here we go, that's the email of my teammate, and I'm gonna send this invite. There we go, invite sent. Now this is what my teammate will see, an invitation to join my workspace. So when they accept the invite, that's gonna open Asana for them. Now, if they already have an Asana account, they will be able to see the different workspaces here, right? So right now I'm actually seeing the account of another member that I invited, and his name is Han Solo. If I go actually to his private workspace, that's where you can see all of his information, such as his profile photo and name, right? But when they join my workspace, they still need to customize their profile. Edit profile, and here they can enter their names. Han Solo, that's their name, and they're gonna upload a photo. There we go. All right, perfect. And now they're very easy to recognize. Here in my workspace, you can now see that there's two members. There's me and there's Han Solo. Because I'm gonna be using two separate accounts, which is not usually what you would be able to see. What I'm gonna do is for my personal account, I'm gonna keep it in dark mode, while Han Solo is gonna make sure he's on the light side. He's gonna have everything in light mode. That way we have a bit more visual representation of whose account is which. So this one's mine and this one is Han Solo's. All right, so now that I have a teammate, we can actually start seeing the power of Asana. You'll see that he's already by default added into this project. So now what I can do is, instead of me having to do this task of searching for cool website ideas, instead I can remove myself from that task. When I do that, it disappears from my tasks, and I can assign this to Han Solo. So now when he goes to my task, you'll see that in his recently added, you can already see that that task was added successfully. So he's gonna drag and drop it to today. And now he can get into action. If he opens this, here he could read more information if I wrote it. Which, you know what, let's do that for my account. I'll be like, okay, this is a task that Han Solo has. He's definitely gonna need a bit of context, so I'm gonna say, search for websites that seem to match your brand image. And then when Han Solo opens his account, he's gonna see this description, and if he has any follow-up questions, he's able to ask them in here, in the comments. This is a question that they ask. So they're gonna comment, and back in my Asana, I'm gonna be going about my day, and then I see, oh, okay, cool. There's a dot here in inbox, which means that someone has made some progress or a comment or something like that. So let's check that out. Here we'll see a couple of things. Whenever you already visualize something, you don't need to see it any further. It's highly recommended that you archive it so that it doesn't clutter this view, and you can always access your archive in here. So I'm gonna archive that, also gonna archive it, I don't need it. And now we're directed to this one, where Han Solo commented on this task that we created. So now here's where we can deal with our communication, and it's all relevant to that given task. And now we can say, I reply, let's go for something minimalist that looks elegant. I'm gonna comment that, and then back in Han Solo's account, he's gonna see the same thing. He's gonna see, okay, cool. So they're gonna click on inbox. They'll be like, got it, I'm on it. They're gonna comment that, and you get the idea. I'm gonna get that notification back in my account. Here you can see it. Perfect. We can just like that. And that's a basic idea of how communication can be extremely efficient inside of Asana, because if I go back to my project and I see like, oh yeah, okay, so Han Solo's working on this one, I can visualize in here very clearly that there's 3 comments. There's been a bit of communication in there. I can open this, and then I can read all the comments. And if we have more members, I can see all the discussion that other members have had, so that I can see the current state of each task. I can see that, okay, he understands, he's on it. So hopefully this video does help you understand a bit of the power of Asana for collaboration. If you'd like to see more videos on Asana here on YouTube, do leave me a comment, as well as any questions or requests for future videos that you might have. And like I mentioned before, if you'd like to work with me, I can definitely help you set up your ideal Asana workflow. One of the biggest challenges with Asana is really having everyone on your team in the same page of what is the exact workflow that we want to develop. So I can help you set all of that up, as well as some really cool advanced things that can be done in Asana, such as automations and integrations with other tools, to really have the ideal workflow that saves you tons of time and makes project management so much more efficient. So if that sounds interesting, do check that out in the description. And with that said, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.